everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. This is the Tabletop Role-Playing Game Club, and today we're playing Shadow Empire using Legend of the Five Rings. They're stuck inside Cinnamon Forest, which is a giant haunted forest that expands the most of Rokugan, the fantasy samurai empire that they're in. It's a big old place, and they're almost through it. They're tantalizingly close. But there's a few hiccups, a few things that need to get resolved. First off, they have a prisoner that escaped.
No, we don't.
And they need to get him back.
I'm on the trail.
We don't.
The rest of us are unaware.
Secondly, they got to get a magical rake back to a fairy princess or whatever, the Sage of Fallen Leaves. And Shisuro Kuranagi's got to learn a technique from her.
Yeah, a technique to make babies.
The technique
Sage of
to
Fallen
make
is
babies.
currently wrecking in Falcon shit.
And I guess we'll start at... Where is it? Where is the hair camp? We'll start at the hair camp. We'll go there. We're gonna give me one moment. I got to get to the right Stream Deck configuration, and now I hit the map, and we'll go here, and there's the hair camp. But before we go right into playing this game, first, I'd like to thank the patrons scrolling below, giving their little names down there. Thank you for your continued support on this channel. Next is there's a poll, and the winner of the poll gets a success. Like, they get to say that their role is successful no matter what that role was. No extra successes or opportunities, but they did it. They did the thing. And today's winner is Ide Youngso with 31% of the vote.
Could have used it last session, but I'll take it now. Thank y'all.
Yeah,
Here's your reward for losing our prisoner.
everybody saw it and was like, "Ooh, yeah, ooh."
We put our polls up on our community page on YouTube Mondays. I try Monday, but sometimes I forget. But they'll be there during the week sometime, I promise. If not,
If it's not up on Monday and you're in our Discord, remind him.
remind me, poke me, or just poke me on YouTube too. You can just poke me. Where's our poll? I'll get it. I promise. Other than that, anything else we need to talk about? There's a new L5R video about women in L5R that I posted this week. Go watch it. It's really good.
I liked it.
It's really wonderful. I hope I did our female viewer the female fans proud. It doesn't mean I don't like. I don't think Shadow Veil is going to be great. I am really looking forward to the video game that's coming out. I just wish there was like some other stuff.
Corey, don't spoil your video.
What'd you say?
Don't spoil your video. Let them go watch it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one of your suggestions is something that I actually enjoy too. So it's like, hey, some guys like these things too.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter who you are.
But if you guys want to know what the suggestions are, go watch the video.
After you watch this one, of course. Our players are Matt playing Doji Daisuke, James playing Ide Youngso, Tarek playing Shisuro Kuranagi, Sasha playing Narin, and Crystal playing Moshisora. And we begin in the tent of the Hair Clan war camp. And Doji Daisuke and Moshisora have just come to an accord with them, and now the Scorpion, all four of them, and the Ronin that is no longer Scorpion but kind of sort of is, can join them as well back in the camp, in the main tent, as they have... Whoops.
Scorpion and attitude, and that's all that matters.
Watch out, she'll sting you.
Crystal's mic isn't picking her up very good. Or maybe it was just that one comment. Can you say something again, Crystal?
Is it turned on, Corey?
Is what turned on?
Yeah, she's off.
Oh no! Sorry about that. Try now.
I said, watch out, she'll sting you.
Watch out,
Yeah.
or she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes.
She's a man eater.
Man or
I-
woman, it don't matter.
I eat men for breakfast.
But you are not
Man or
me.
woman,
back.
creepy masochistic sage in a haunted forest.
So you all come back into the main tent, and you are with Shusuro. I forget her name real quick. Give me a second. She's under Ninja.
Hockey?
Shusuro
Hockey is
Koriko.
leader.
Ah, shit. I was
Just-
so proud of myself. I was like, I remembered.
Shusuro Koriko. They walk in. The hair general stands to meet them and bows, and everybody bows back, and everybody's nice and polite. And
Oh, good. How are you guys doing?
Well, we
Oh, you
have
said
come
so,
to an
Brent.
accord.
An accord? With who?
With the hair.
Oh, what about?
Well, they wanted custody of our prisoner, and we made an agreement that if they would allow us to bring him to, trying to remember the name of the town. God damn it! Like bring him to
Mamikaki?
Mamikake. Thank you. That they would allow us to, interrogate him for information over at Mamikake, and then we will be transferring his custody towards them.
Kuranagi has a look on her face of like,
There has been
Why?
an imperial decree for his custody,
an
and we can't ignore it.
imperial decree for Kitsu Satoru?
Satoru, yes. Daisuke's like, face is like, if you kind of notice, like, he's a little like, yeah, we didn't have much room to negotiate beyond what we
Are-
have here.
Where
Like-
did you see this decree?
And Daisuke, like, Daisuke talks with Usagi. What was her name? I didn't write it down. Of course I didn't.
Reina.
Reina.
I think so.
So,
Hold on,
uh,
let me
It's
double check.
Reina.
It is? Okay.
Okay, so he motions to Usagi Reina, and he asks Usagi Reina to provide the papers as, evidence.
Okay. She'll pull out her letter.
Which, didn't you also name the leader of the Crane clan Reina? Was that
No.
an accident? It wasn't
No.
Kachita Reina?
Doji, it was
No,
Or-
Kida
Kikita,
Runa.
yeah.
Runa.
Runa. Not
Runa.
Reina.
Yes.
Kuranagi will look at the letters. Can I make a like government or actually can I make a calligraphy check to see if they're real?
Ooh, interesting. Yes, you may, but it's TN.
Composition?
I'm going to make it a TN3.
I will spend a void.
And let's see what the approach should be. Oh, air for analyze.
Air for analyze
That
it is.
sounds good.
That sounds like the perfect one.
I really should have thought about that, but unfortunately,
I wish I had some help.
Naren will help you look over it. It's calligraphy, though.
It's composition, yeah.
Composition. I don't have a rank, so I can
Give me-
peer over it with untrained assistance and
Okay.
grunt if something looks weird.
Oh. All right, let's try it. I think that's enough. Oh, I got to keep an extra success, so that's like 5 successes. Actually, I got to keep all of those. I won't. I'll have 5 successes.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep all that strife. But yeah.
So here's the thing.
Yeah. I wanted opportunity.
No.
Oh.
The TN was just 5.
What you notice is that the Imperial Seal is official. But like the calligraphy isn't as refined as you would think an Imperial, like a Mia calligrapher would put out. That said, that is a formality considering the Imperial Seal is very official. But yeah, you could, I mean, there could be ways to argue that if you're ready to argue that.
Was this delivered by Amia?
In fact, I'll tell you this: since you got 5 successes or 4 successes, not just 3, you notice. 5. Yeah, since you got 4 successes, not just 3 successes, you got a little over. I'll say that the idiosyncrasies in the calligraphy are things that that are part of Scorpion stuff, though revealing that may not be something you can do without losing honor.
Admitting, yeah, this is my clan bullshit.
So,
We lie like this right here, motherfuckers.
Instead of saying that specifically, I will say, was this provided to you by the Mia family?
She says, no. This was given to us by our Scorpion guests. By Shosuro Koriko and her bodyguard.
Interesting.
Are they like side-eyeing them at this point because of the shit that they heard?
Would you like to make a sentiment check against them?
Can I make a sentiment check?
I'll do a sentiment check too.
I don't know
do a
to be
sentiment
looking
check
for them
too.
at this moment.
I'm trying to feel what they like, what vibes they're giving off. That's definitely sentiment.
Okay,
They're
if
not.
I can make
And Daisuke will kind of survey a sentiment as well, like just kind of look around.
Okay,
because he started to think, oh, we were duped. Of course, I didn't dig into it hard enough.
Obviously, it doesn't make sense that the Emperor would be like, get this guy for us.
Is the TN hidden?
Yeah, I just hid the TN, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Would analyze air be okay, or does that work?
Yeah, analyze air would be fine.
I'll keep that strife.
Oh my god, I have so many successes, but they're all with fucking strife.
I can't see.
Right.
So many dice.
Okay, so 3 successes and an opportunity for me.
Three successes and 4 opportunity for me.
Ooh, nice.
Not great, but not bad.
Where did my roll go? I don't even see it.
It's at the bottom.
Oh, okay. So
Alright,
I have 4
it looks
successes
like
and a bunch
everybody
of
but
strife.
Moshisora got this.
Come over here.
I'm not surprised I didn't get it.
Move, bud. Move. Bernie, what are you doing? Okay, I have some opportunity I'd like to spend. I'm going to need to look at how I can spend it.
So everybody does notice that Soshi Koriko is taking very careful interest in your scrutinizing of the letter.
I would like to spend one opportunity to learn the honor of whether the honor of Usagi Reina is higher, lower, or equal to mine.
Okay. Her honor is... I mean, you're 50.
I am.
Sorry for saying that out loud.
It's a good question. If he's at 50, right in the middle.
I have a really good idea for an opportunity use too. The one for scholar is learn something about a character who created or used the item you are studying, and I helped to study that thing.
So her honor is going to be about the same as yours.
About the same as mine? Okay, so equal. I'm going to spend 2 opportunity to notice an interesting detail about her, either as an advantage or disadvantage.
How much should I put on her? I did not fill out shit.
You
for
didn't
this.
fill it out.
No, I didn't think y'all were going to do any of this kind of stuff to her, but whatever. Yeah. I don't care.
She's their leader.
You should know Kurenagi
Someone needs
judges
to make
everyone.
an NPC generator for L5R.
They really should. There absolutely isn't. The number one question I get from people wanting to play this game is, how do I make NPCs?
You don't know. You just kind of wing it.
You just do. You just
don't.
put numbers down on the sheet and call it a day. And that's about it. That's what you do.
Slap some numbers in the spaces, and then you hope that whatever you made was balanced.
You
won't ever know.
You pray to Garlak, the bold.
What about
or the rings? You look at your party, see what they are at, and put something roughly similar. All right. For the skills, wing and a prayer.
So I'm going to give
Techniques,
you
throw a dart.
I'm going to give you a demeanor. How
Maybe
does that
some
sound?
Skittles at the book. See which one goes in the right page.
She is
And her
adaptable.
current stripe, well.
Her strife? She doesn't have any strife right now.
Okay, cool.
She's very chill. She just had a tea ceremony.
She did.
Yeah, so I'll use my opportunity for espionage use. You observe a clue or a hint that indicates to you that information about your target or goal might be also found elsewhere. The GM reveals another viable avenue for espionage on the same subject, unrelated to your current operation.
What's your goal? Your goal was to look at and find out how she's reacting, right?
Mine was to actually observe the scorpion if they had a hand in, like, the letter being a little suspicious, essentially.
Right.
Whether they crafted it or whether they knew about the unofficial channel that they provided. Instead of having...
So
I don't know that you'd be able to find out whether they crafted it or not by just looking at them.
I will tell you another avenue to figure that out. There's a baby that you can go ask.
Eventually.
Talk to baby.
Grow up, baby! Grow up!
I mean, that's the reason you're here, right?
In 10 years, I'm gonna interrogate the fuck out of you. Until then, would you like more milk?
Exactly.
Tell me where the letter came from.
My opportunity use is to learn something about a character who created or used the item you are studying.
Yeah, how young
I would like to know something about who created this item. Whatever you want to give me.
Right. Interesting.
Because I think that's a good use in this moment.
Yes. Person who created this item
Does it have don't tell me it has similar handwriting to the note I have.
no.
Technically
Well,
Kurenagi has it.
no. The person that created this item, something about that person?
Yeah, something about that. I want to know something about a character who created the item that I am studying.
That person is very close to the Emperor.
Okay.
So I'm about to lie my dick off, which is
And-
impressive
Because you
because
got
I
one.
Since you don't
have
have
it.
one.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is, oh, I believe that there must be a misunderstanding here. I do believe that Mia used the finest quality of inks provided in the capital Urosanuchi, and this seems to be made with common writer's ink. I can only imagine that such a high quality duplicate would be difficult for any of us to have uncovered, especially since the seal remained unbroken when it arrived. But unfortunately, I do believe this is a forgery.
Koriko will say, "No, it is not a forgery. I delivered it myself. These were our
Unfortunate
orders."
that you've been taken in, Kuriko-san. San. It sounds like whoever gave you this may have made a foolish mistake.
The only mistake is the one you're making right now.
To point out an obvious forgery?
That is the Imperial Seal. It is very official. And
Indeed.
here,
very
on the outskirts of the Empire, do you think that the Mia have the finest Imperial ink out here?
They carry it with them wherever they go.
Can I ask something real
Mia are
quick?
renowned for their resourcefulness.
Did we ever
So
get a-
you're basing the entire thing off the quality of the ink, not the quality of the seal.
And the quality of the writing.
That is an official seal. Doesn't matter. Nothing else matters.
I believe that would remain to be seen based off of our friend Usagi Runa here.
Did
Or
we get
Reina
an
here.
answer for the sentiment check? I don't.
Yes.
what?
The
Yes.
sentiment check. What was that?
That
What was the result?
Shosuro Koriko was watching you scrutinize the letter very carefully. With
Oh, my sentiment check that I asked for was.
No, he
for
said
the
that you know that the person who wrote this was very close
That
to the
was the
Emperor.
opportunity. I was.
Mhm.
Never mind.
what was your sentiment check for?
I was trying to see how I wanted to know how the hair were reacting. That my whole question was that spurred the opportunity. The rolling was how are the hair reacting to hearing that the letter, are the hair scrutinizing the fact that the letter might be a fake after they heard from our party that the Scorpion are like traitors and part of a conspiracy. I was asking if they were
she was looking
scrutinizing
at
the
the
Scorpion.
No
I
one
was asking
told
the
that
hair.
the hair that the Scorpion are part of the conspiracy.
Yeah, but she's asking. She wasn't looking at the Scorpion to scrutinize. She was looking at the hair to scrutinize. So she's wondering.
The hair
how
don't
does
know
the hair
shit.
react.
The hair are
They didn't
clueless.
say anything about the Scorpion last time. I remember them talking about the Scorpion being part of the Gozoku.
Yeah.
So
That did happen. They don't care. They don't. They are taking that letter at face value. Yeah. Shosuro Koriko says, "Well then, we have an impasse here. Reina, you can either disregard an imperial edict because you believe this person, or you can believe these orders that we have received and do the Empire a great service. Either way, if you bring this person to the Emperor can deal justice no matter what. There's no downside to bringing
I
this
believe
person
the rest of our party made an arrangement to that works for the
You
hair.
don't know. They didn't even say anything about this arrangement.
They
yet.
did. They just did. They said we
but-
came to an arrangement. Here was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
arrangement. We're gonna bring Kitsu Satoru. They said all of that.
Yeah,
what
Matt-
they didn't say
Matt
was
just
the other
explained it.
really important thing.
So, Kitsu
What
Reina will say
other
this.
rip-
Kitsu Reina will
important
say
thing?
this.
Usagi Reina.
Yeah, Usagi, I'm sorry. Usagi Reina will say this. We have already come to a deal about what is going to happen to Kitsu Satoru. Regardless of what this letter says, our deal has already been made. She looks over at Shisuro Koriko and says, "Do not worry, we will follow this letter. Other than that, the details of our deal are ours alone, and I wish not to speak of this matter again."
That's great. I wanted to know about the deal, considering we weren't in the room when it happened.
And she'll look right over at Doji Daisuke. Don't you think that is acceptable? As the other person and part of this deal?
I do feel that it is right to at least inform my party members of what we have come into accordance to.
Then leave my tent.
Certainly.
You
So,
can take this.
Take the what?
Leave my tent.
Okay, so Daisuke, makes his way outside the tent so that way he could inform Kuranagi and Naorin about the deal that was made.
Okay, Kuranagi will follow.
Okay.
And Naorin, is she following as well, or?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll come with you as well.
The scorpion
Someone
will walk
keep
out
an
with
eye
you
on
as
the
well.
scorpion and inspect the tent. Naren says quietly. Make sure they stay there.
The scorpion will walk out as well.
Great. To be clear, they don't have the paper yet. Kuranagi has that. We
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to talk.
Oh, no,
to...
no, they don't let you take the letter with you. No. The hair keep that.
Yes. We didn't give it to them.
No, they will stop you and say, "Please return our property." That is not
Yeah,
given.
well,
that is
yeah,
not a
we're
gift.
not-
You
He-
must
Hold on,
return that to
We
me.
didn't-
They haven't. No, whoa,
They haven't.
hold on.
put up, you don't remember the arrangement.
They haven't
we made.
given us the item. We agreed that we would come here to talk to the people to.
Oh,
have
you're
them
talking about the
understand-
scorpion's
As a
item.
mediator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm talking about my letter that I have. That I
Oh, that letter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not the hair's letter. They
Got
can
it, got
give
it.
the
Yeah.
hair letter back.
You
yeah.
you can exchange the things. That was the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to use the hair as a mediator and make sure that they were going to guarantee that the scorpion would leave, yada yada. We were going to talk
Yeah.
to them
So
in
we're
person. We
keeping-
haven't done that yet.
We're
'cause-
keeping Naorin's letter, not the hair's letter.
No.
Yeah. The hair can have their letter back. The imperial letter, they can keep it. I'm not trying to take that with.
Okay, that makes sense. Good. Okay.
I'm just trying to clarify that we still have our thing.
Okay, then yeah, the scorpions still have the rake.
Yeah, they have their rake. We have the letter. We're walking out to go talk to Daisuke. Daisuke wants to fill us in more.
Okay.
Okay.
They follow you out, the two scorpion. They'll follow you out of the tent.
Like they're following us.
Oh yeah.
Like, Narin turns and looks like dead in the eyes and says, "This is private party business."
Oh, I'm
between
sorry.
Us and our comrades.
I do apologize. It seems like you were about to say everything in front of us in the tent, so I figured you might as well have said it in front of us. But if that's the case, that's perfectly fine with me.
Feel free to wait with Reyna. We will be back to our negotiations shortly. To finalize our deal.
Of course.
All right, so I assume that most of us reconvened in a small private area where.
We're a small private area. Here's your map. Find your place.
Okay.
Wherever the fuck the scorpion or not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as it's away from the scorpion. Because literally everybody else here is involved in this deal.
Let's all agree that we'll stand over here inside of this bush. And we're just like,
I thought it was a tree.
I don't know what it is, but I was just joking about like let's something like, and all huddle in together and talk in the bush.
And we just make the sound. Pss, 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 pss. What are you talking about? Pss, 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 pss.
You're literally only saying.
All right.
Once we're like alone, Naren will speak very quietly, and she will say, "How exactly did you manage to make a deal with the hair that involves them not simply removing Kitsu Satoru from us? What did you do?"
So we told them that we intended to bring him to Memikake, and considering that they wanted him immediately within their custody, we thought about perhaps making an arrangement where they would have a representative from the clan follow us and to Memikake, and then we would do the interrogation, and then once the interrogation is done, we would change custody of Kitsu Satoru from us to the Hair Clan, and they said that it wasn't going to be one representative, but a small contingent of them coming with us, and we would give Kitsu Satoru's custody to them immediately, but they will honor our arrangement to bring him to Memikake, go on with the interrogation, and once that's done and over with, they take Kitsu Satoru away from us, from Memikake.
And who broached this deal? Was it you or them?
They did, because they wanted his custody immediately, and they were not giving us much leeway around it.
What I fail to understand is how did you convince them to not simply take him from us? Or end on hostilities?
Well, we told them enough of what's going on that Usagi Reina seems to think there might be something to the conspiracy against the Empire.
You told them about the Gozoku?
As much as, well, we could.
Nothing specific, but it seemed to be enough to convince her to not simply take him by force.
Did you... Naren looks at Kuranagi. Did you tell them of the Scorpion's involvement?
No.
Just simply suspicions. But
I want to clarify. I don't know if I'm misremembering from the last session, or maybe if someone else is misremembering from the last session, but didn't you guys explicitly tell them that the Scorpion were involved and you didn't know who else was? Am I remembering that wrong? You even mentioned that the Scorpion framed one of their own for the killing of... Like, you guys did mention the Scorpion explicitly involved in
yeah,
this.
Daisuke did.
Yeah, and we were being chased by a contingent of Scorpion Clan Bushi
who were involved.
So
right.
I think we did mention that, yes.
Now that you think about it, Matt, that's probably why she told you to... Usagi Reina told you to shut up about the entire
Shut
thing.
up and leave it at. And so could someone fill us in about that part?
All right. Well, she... we did tell her about the contingent of Scorpion Clan members that chased after us throughout the forest. So she probably does have her suspicions with the two members that were in the tent with us as well. And Daisuke, says this to Naren and Kuranagi as quietly as possible. Hopefully, no one else will overhear it.
Did you tell them about the assassination?
If she had proof
at their wedding?
that her would-be allies are actually working against
The Empire?
their interests.
Hmm.
How do you, given that you know this woman now better than I, how would you say she would react to that?
She had a hard time believing in the conspiracy, but she wanted confirmation through the interrogation, from what I could tell.
Did she ask for
About
proof
about
when you told her?
what are they hoping to find from the interrogation?
That there is, in fact, a secondary. Sorry. I'm trying to find the right term for it. Like, essentially, Daisuke is trying to say like there is a secondary group of people that are trying to do a coup against the Empire, installing their own politicians in it.
Kuranagi, what did you glean from the document? You claimed it to be a fake. Do you believe it to be?
Oh, it is certainly a fake. The seal is official and accurate, but the words inside of it are completely fabricated.
I would agree with you on the seal. If it is fake, it was a fake made by someone very close to the Emperor, someone who actually had access, perhaps, to the original seal.
I do not doubt that.
So,
Which means that there are many more. That this conspiracy digs very deeply into the heart of the Empire, which is concerning. If they've already,
I would like people to make a government check at a TN2. Let me change this around.
I swear to God, Corey, if what we're about to discover is that we're actually the conspiracy
We're the bad
and
guys
they're
the
the
No.
I've been saying the whole time.
This is government fire.
check.
Government fire TN2.
I would be vindicated.
Hey, I actually succeeded. I only had 3 dice.
I have way too many dice over my face.
Oh wait, I can't accept that one. I only have 2 dice.
Into.
Okay, let's see. What can I do?
I guess
with
we'll take that
fire?
one.
Since I succeeded.
Can I spend an opportunity just for more information?
Let's see who got. I'll give you the base information, then we'll talk about opportunity after we get everybody.
Okay.
Everybody seemed to have made it. Yep. Okay. So, as he's saying, like, this is definitely, the seal is correct, but it seems like a Scorpion forgery, and then Naren says it's somebody very close to the Emperor. Something kind of clicks in people's minds that this is a government takeover from these clans, and that they have control of the Emperor himself, which means that they're kind of the ones making the imperial edicts, not the Mia. And from the one Mia that you were able to talk to, do y'all remember long time ago?
Back
Is
in the
that
wedding
government?
ceremony.
No.
The one that was in league with the one that was at the City of the Rich Frog,
The governor
Miagenda.
that I played
Yes,
against.
Miagenda.
Miagenda.
Yes. He was talking about how the Mia family has less and less power within within the Empire.
Oh.
Which means, and it's kind of clicking in your brain, that maybe the Mia are being subverted as the official channels of communication here.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh.
So this may be a forgery, or it just may be the new way of things under the Gazoku.
Uh-huh.
I see.
The Emperor may have sent this or may have not, but who knows who was whispering
They
in his
most
ear.
likely were, regardless,
Or
they
writing
were
for
most
him.
likely manipulated by the Scorpion. These events have most certainly been influenced by my clan.
That is 100% for sure.
Naren glances at Kuranagi, and I'm gonna use our bond, and I'm gonna say, what do we do with our two?
What do we do with what?
I'm using our bond to look at Kuranagi and basically say, what are we gonna do about our two friends, the Scorpion? Because we have our letter, we have a deal that we were making.
The only thing I can imagine we could do So I have 6 words.
Our bond rank is 2, and it's 5 plus bond rank, so 7.
We kill them or we honor deal. If Kuranagi will start speaking out loud again and say, if what they require is proof of this, the existence of this conspiracy, we have the means to provide that evidence, but not if we give that evidence. Our deal with the Scorpion requires us to give that evidence, and upon doing so, they agree to flee this area, no longer pursue us through the forest, and give us the rake. But then we will no longer have the evidence of the Kazoku's conspiracy and the involvement of both the Scorpion and the Crane.
If we are now locked into working with the Hare, they are going to expect evidence lest they take Kitsusatoru from
Eventually,
us.
they're going to demand that we provide it.
Which would require us to renege on this deal should we make it.
So our options are either renege on the deal with the Scorpion already, immediately, and put the evidence in the hands of, and our trust in the hands of the Usagi, who are, to their benefit, not known to be bedfellows of the
conspirators,
of the Scorpion, or the Crane for that matter. That being said, we must put most of our faith in them and hope that they deliver.
Well, I'll be honest, I really didn't want to make the deal without the both of you knowing, or without either of you in the tent.
Well, we might have an opportunity to potentially renegotiate if we are ready to condemn the Scorpion. However, they will fight vociferously, and may even use some form of subterfuge, if not already, to. In fact,
already.
There's no way to dispel magic in this game.
Kuranagi, please give me the letter. I wish to place it inside of my. I wish to place it back inside of my pack where it will be safer.
She hands you the letter.
And potentially flame retardant.
Oh, did my camera cut off?
Yeah, your camera is. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah.
I don't know what happened to it either. Give me a second. I have to refresh my screen.
I'm gonna bury that bitch deep inside my backpack.
I'll be right back. Sasha's voice is gonna go dark. Give me a sec.
All right, no worries. Well, I mean, it did purpose at least. Like, it showed Tarek's face just looking off in one direction.
Now I gotta change where he is in the.
Yup.
Where everybody change. No, yeah, kinda. Just Matt and him need to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go.
I think the dog accidentally pulled the cord out from my camera, so I had to reload. Sorry about that. What were we saying?
I was saying that I'm basically going to, I'm going to make sure that we're not being watched by any Scorpion that I can see.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to kind of huddle under the tree and use it as cover.
What I was going to
make a survival check. TN3. It's going to be a TN3 survey water. TN3 survival water.
I also want to specify that I'm also asking the party, please, does anyone see any scorpion?
I was
Can I
going to
assist?
Make your own.
I was going to say, on top of all of this, there's no way to tell whether magic has been cast, right? There's no spell for that.
No.
There's that one spell that lets you see if something has been magically obfuscated. You have it.
No, that's by the light of Lord Moon,
Yeah,
but that
no.
doesn't tell me if somebody is, for instance, eavesdropping on this location with a spell.
Other
like
types of magic.
No.
Which is what I'm worried about now, is that if they walked away and didn't try to combat whether we like talk
Would
and
listen
get
to them
bits,
or not.
they could potentially be listening to us
At the
already.
very
and
least,
not have
I
to
don't want
worry.
them to know who has the letter or where it is.
Because Whispers of the Wind exists, and this is exactly the use for it.
So I'm gonna do some finagling, and I'm gonna say Kuranagi, give me the letter, and then I'm gonna take the letter. I'm gonna put it inside of my calligraphy kit. I'm gonna take some twine and wrap up the box really tightly, and then I'm going to quietly hand it back to her. I'm actually not gonna hand it back to her. I'm gonna start stuffing it in her backpack. But I'm not going to do any of this until people confirm with me that they don't see any scorpion.
Okay, I'll do a survival roll
Look.
as well.
Okay, I guess.
Water.
Can I do a
Water.
degree check?
TN3. By the way, if everybody's looking, I want one roll with everybody giving assistance.
Oh, okay.
I got 4 in water, so
Is this only survival, or can we use skullduggery as well if we know where to look?
Survival. That's it. That's
Okay.
what you need.
I'll assist with survival. I have 1 rank in
Yeah,
survival.
Yep.
Matt
Me
can
as
roll
well.
and take some drive if he wants to.
So
re-roll
that's 3 skilled assistants.
the die.
Yeah.
all right, awesome. So I'm gonna commit to the roll. So water, survival, 3 assistants, go. Okay. Managed it. I'll take as many successes and opportunities as I can. I
Nice.
keep all that? Dang. Okay.
Yeah, you have +3 on the dice you can keep.
All right.
Plus 3 ring. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with your successes, you notice some footprints near you. With one of your opportunity, you are able to determine that they're the footprints of a woman.
Do you say that out loud? Do you make any gesture that there is somebody standing near us?
Like
Or
just
do
like
I know-
I made a code word. I forced all of you to remember in character that there is a code word, and it's
Okay,
about
like-
the horses.
the
So
player.
please.
The player doesn't
Literally
remember the
there
code
Well,
word.
you gotta
Little
take
ninja
notes.
standing next to us.
Did you put it
That
in your
was-
notes?
Let me check my notes.
I don't even care if you have it in your notes, because I made sure to specify like 4 times that I was forcing you all to remember this shit. And it was Hayate will need to rest soon, which means I see ninja. That means I see ninja.
Well, thank you for reminding me. I will write that in my notes right now.
I just think it's funny it's taking you guys this long to like go, oh wait, yeah, they're really good at sneaking around and shit. We should make sure that
Hey, I said it, okay? I was worried
eventually
about
you
it.
did. You did
I'm not
eventually.
the surveying person,
Do you-
so it should have
do
been
you-
someone else.
The question is, do you say it, and do you give any kind of visual implication that of where they are standing, where the footprints are, or do we need that because we're all looking?
So everybody who assisted on the roll, yeah, definitely. Since you're all searching for it, you all can, see the footprints. I'll let you even know that, yeah, since there's a bunch of, you can spend another opportunity to make sure that everybody understands that they're female footprints.
That have a start and no end, that are just kind of lingering around here.
I mean,
Don't go off anywhere.
the ground isn't soft everywhere, but it's soft enough that, there was some footprints here. They come forward a little and then they move away.
So,
And they're
Daisuke will
fresh.
make a look and say Hayate needs to take a rest, and he looks down at where he sees the footprints.
How far away are they?
The footprints?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're real close. They're within like 10 feet of you guys.
Feel snug.
And they're
now-
they're in a place where obviously they could not be hidden.
Before anybody else does anything, how pissed would people be if Kuranagi stabbed somebody?
I mean, they're spying on us, so only a little. Only a little.
Really
bit.
not at all. If they're
Okay.
spying.
Just the tip.
If they're like standing right there and you stab them, that's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
that'd be hilarious.
Would you like
So
Would you like to
Kuranagi
spend
is
more
about to-
opportunity on more information? Because you spent 2 of your 4.
More information.
More
About the
information.
Okay, more
It's-
information. I'll spend all of your opportunity on this stuff. So now you know they're woman footprints. Everybody gets to know their women's footprints. You see them coming and going, and you see them that at one point in time that they rested. Those footprints are a little deeper, a little more dug in, and a little like swishier. Like they've meandered
A little
there
more
for a
messed
moment
up.
or two before
Right.
moving away.
Naren is just gonna say we need to get back to the tent now. No more talk.
All right.
And she's gonna start heading over here.
Okay.
I
So
kind of want to
Roll?
try to like grasp at where I think they might be currently. I know for a fact that they most likely are not in that area because I can teleport, and if I was invisible, that's the kind of shit I would do: is teleport to a place and then teleport away from it, only leaving my footprints behind as a way to offer a red herring.
So
But
here's the
Kuranagi is
thing.
paranoid enough that she will try to grasp at that location just in case that person is still there.
There's nobody there.
Whoops.
There's
I
nobody
tripped.
there. So you have the spell. Do you have the shadow cloak of night spell?
I have Cloak of Night, yeah.
You know that works in rounds, right?
Yeah, so she could have only been here for a
For
short
a
amount of
few
time.
moments, right? A couple rounds at the most.
But that's still enough time to teleport in, cast a spell,
Have
teleport out.
overheard us talking treachery against them and then leave. Since we know that there's ninja about, Naren has not gone through the rest of that motion and put the note back into Kuranagi's backpack. She simply has it in her little box, in her calligraphy box. And she will move to the tent and
So-
she will say, "Come on."
The guard will keep you from walking into the tent.
Excuse me.
You may
we
wish to allow us in. I have reason to believe that the scorpion who you have here in this camp are a danger to potentially.
So the guard will say, "1 moment, please."
Are they
I
in
will
there,
tell
right?
them
They're in
you're
there, right?
here. And the guard will walk into the tent. She will walk back out with the lieutenant.
When
Is
they
the
walk into
lieutenant-
the tent, can I catch a glimpse of who's inside?
the
Of the
lieutenant
scorpion?
Reyna?
Yeah, you can catch a glimpse. Make a. It's not courtesy anymore. It's it's courtesy. Make a courtesy roll to kind of like do
lean
like
in.
that eavesdropping thing that they love to do. So it'd be courtesy air.
Okay.
And I'll make it a TN.
I would love to do that too.
But this is an honor loss.
I
Is
want
it
to
an
do
honor loss if I'm noticed, or just it's
No,
an honor loss
just
anyway?
no matter what, it'll be an honor loss.
Because you
I,
know what
I
happened.
want to do this as well. I want
It's
to.
fine. I suspect that they're in there, which is why I was telling everyone get to the tent now, and no one moved with urgency.
Get to the tent.
Like we need to interrupt them because they are going to try to put posture so that we look like we're in the wrong. That's their only way to get what they want. Or they're just gonna flee, but fleeing isn't the scorpion thing
Yeah,
here.
fleeing. They wanna do a Grima Worm Tongue here.
Okay.
They want to Grima us before we can Grima them. Just let me worm my tongue into them.
Tarek, what are you even saying?
Grima Worm Tongue
So,
from Lord of the Rings.
everybody catches a glimpse that made the TN, which is everybody out. All of you who made the roll, the courtesy roll to look in, will lose honor equal to your honor rank.
I will lose 5.
For
I lose
courtesy.
9.
And you do not see any scorpion in there.
Okay.
Because you also made the roll for this. Since you also made the roll for this, you will notice the tone seems angry inside.
Oh, they're upset.
And the guard will come back out with the lieutenant, whose name is Usagi Daichi.
So it's not Reina. Okay.
Daichi will come out and say, I apologize. Our commander is busy with the maintainment of this camp. I am told that I am to give you quarters, so you may stay here and rest comfortably, so you may leave in the morning. I will be coming with you with 2 other samurai to take custody of your prisoner, and we will be going to Memekake in after that happens.
I must ask you for your assistance. We must I need your assistance to help me contain the scorpion who were in this this camp.
They're leaving in the morning.
If we had a chance to speak with your commander, they would be trying to leave now.
If we don't contain them, they may do more than just leave in the morning. They may put your camp in danger.
I don't understand. Would you like to elaborate on these vague threats?
Apologies. We are not intending to make any sort of threats. We are merely concerned.
I would like to, real quick, just in case, make a sentiment check targeting this guy. A sentiment fire check to try to see if this person is the same person that we met earlier.
Okay.
Because I know that I can make myself look like anybody. So before I say anything, I want to make sure that this person is the same person. Fuck! Oh. I have really good hearing. Can I hear a difference in the voice?
If they're trying to imitate
Because I'm
someone or
very
not.
good at hearing.
No.
Reroll dice. No?
No. Sorry. Okay, he will say, I did not mean for threats from you. I meant threats from the scorpion that you are making, that you are telling me about. We can go to their tent, though I do not see how that would honor our hospitality towards them. They have acted as honored guests here since they have arrived. Your arrival has thrown everything apparently into a bit of chaos. So I would like to know why the Usagi should put our honor on the line before we do anything.
Naren has a honor benefit called Paragon of Honor.
Yes.
I am a Paragon of the Honor tenant of Bushido. Can I please make a check to convince them on my honor that this, like, of my honor, to convince them that we are acting honorably and we need to speak to their captain?
Yeah, sure. I'm hiding the TN.
Okay, is it courtesy?
Yes.
Okay.
Glad one of us is honorable.
Yeah,
enough to do this.
I would like to do fire, because I'm trying to I'm like passionate about what I believe in, and I'm trying to make sure that they feel like this is a matter of like really grave importance, and we need to talk to her. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna spend a...
Yeah, this could not be me.
And you can re-roll 2 dice if you want.
Okay, I will re-roll a blank one. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like more successes, so I'll re-roll that. Oh, okay, well 4 is gonna have to be good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. This character will look at... Well, as you make your plea to talk, he will say... Naren-san, we are to be working together for the next few days, and I wish we can work together in harmony. In that spirit, I will allow you, and only you, to come into the tent to speak to Reina Taisho. But I am putting my honor on the line to do this. And in the spirit of us working together in these next few days, I would ask you to treat my honor with respect.
Of course.
Do you still wish to speak to Usagi Reina Taisho?
I do. So Sealy, he's asking for me to treat his honor with respect. What is he entailing here? Because I'm not... The tenets of Bushido for Sasha are a bit hazy.
He's saying, basically, if you read between the lines, his duty is to keep you out of this tent right now.
Yeah.
And if he puts you in there and the song and dance you make makes him look like an idiot for allowing you in,
okay,
yeah, there's going to be problems. And he's
I
not
have to
going
be very convincing.
He is not going to be able to trust you in the future during these next couple of days. You're going to come up to him and you're going to be like, no, I got to do this and this and this. And he's going to be like, I don't care. You've already betrayed my trust.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's vouching for you
For
to
you.
be able to go in there, so
Well, he's pissed
don't
off.
betray that.
Okay. I will do my best not to blunder through this.
Okay. He will open the flap to allow you in.
Kuranagi looks at you and says, "You got this."
Don't
That's
forget that
the
you
wrong
used your honor.
person you
Yeah.
moved.
No, that's oh, that is.
Oh, did he go back in?
Yeah, he went back in. I don't know why this token says this is Sugi Daichi, but the token says Usagi Reina for some reason. It's Daichi. There we go. That's Usagi Daichi.
Okay.
All of these tokens say Reina for some reason. That's so weird. They should just say Usagi Samurai. All right. You walk in. Usagi Reina looks up. There's a slight, tiny flash of annoyance before
Not
she
surprising.
smiles and bows and says, "Ah, Ronin-san. Lieutenant, I thought I asked not to be disturbed. Not that I'm not happy to see Ronin-san here with you. I assume this is of utmost importance." And Daichi says that he says this samurai comes with a dire warning that they wish you to know so that we may protect ourselves better.
Yes. My deepest apologies. What's her last name? It's
Usagi.
Usagi. And whatever the proper honorific is, now and we'll use it. I don't remember that.
Captain's Taisho.
Then Taisho Usagi, or Usagi Taisho.
Yes.
Usagi Taisho.
My comrades have given you a small amount of information over the threats that we have been dealing with. And after a brief discussion, we have decided that we can trust you deeply and put our lives on the line and put our honor on the line and inform you of the full story, if you would hear it. It is of utmost urgency because there are traitors in your camp right now. And as I speak, they know that they know that I am here. They know that I am speaking to you. And at any moment, they may try to flee your camp rather than face the repercussions of what I am about to tell you. I merely ask that you trust me enough to let me convey this information to you and request that your Scorpion guests stay visible to your guards, to your people. You need not detain them. Simply make sure that they do not flee, because you may change your mind about extending them such hospitality after I show you what I have to show you.
They tried to come to my tent earlier. They were rebuffed by my guards. They instead gave me this letter saying that they are going to leave in the morning.
Yes.
This is different from what you have just said.
Yes.
So please, tell me what threats are coming my way so I can better prepare myself.
My comrades have informed you of a conspiracy, I believe.
Hi.
Is that correct? They have mentioned the name Gozoku to you. They have even told you that the Gozoku were responsible for the assassination of the Khan, the Unicorn Khan, and they orchestrated a plot that runs deep through the roots of the Empire. They have told you that this organization has sent a contingent of Scorpion to chase us through the forest and kill us and apprehend this prisoner that we have been carrying rather than see him face interrogation and justice for what he has done and his part in this plot. Our prisoner is magically bound so that he may not speak of his role in this organization. That is why we are taking him to Castle Meimikake. And I know that all of these things were recounted to you by my comrades, and I know that you have requested proof. I have such proof, and I would like to present it to you. The Scorpion are embroiled in a very deep conspiracy. It is why I have forsaken the name. It is why I have become a Ronin. my friend and dear partner Kuranagi is risking her life and limb, as are all of our compatriots, to ensure that we.
I'm gonna stop you right there, because I've always been told the book says before somebody loses honor, I should warn them about it. And
Okay.
if you reveal that letter to the hare after you made this deal with the scorpion, you are going to lose 3 times your honor, your honor rank.
Is that even a thing in the book? You just made
Yes,
that up?
you can lose 1, 2, or 3 times your honor.
Well, I'm really upset about it, but what choice do I have without screwing over the entire party? So, I mean, how do I say that I'm not going to do it?
I'm just
So I
that's
guess
the
I'll
warning.
take that.
You can go forward with that however you like.
I don't know that 3 ranks of honor is fair, considering the Scorpion were spying on us, and considering the Scorpion, the deal was about to be made. It was not finalized. So I will argue my case there and say that 3 is very harsh.
From what I gather from the past 2 games, yeah, it was from 2 games ago. You had come to an accord, and she was going to get the letter. You were going to get the rake. You were going to get the rake, and she was just going to go back to Scorpion Lands, and that was the deal. And from what the Scorpion have done so far, they have not reneged on it at all.
No, they have not reneged, but the deal is not finalized. We do not have the rate. They do not have the letter. That's one thing. And second thing, the thing that Naurin staked her honor on was that she made no copies of the note, which is true. She did not lie. She made no copies of the note. And she did not intend to make any copies of the note. That was what you told me to stake my honor on.
But part of the deal, obviously, is that that. Okay, I'll make it 2 times, but it's this. Part of the deal is obviously not showing this letter to anybody. Like, showing the letter to somebody, obviously, like, changes a lot of things. I'll make it 2 times.
And it's why I was really upset last session, because I knew that this was where we were going to go, and we didn't have much of a choice at this point. So here we are. But here we are. I have to go for it. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So I'm going to show her. I'm going to do it.
We could have just gone through with
I'm
the
going to show her
deal.
the letter as long as she agrees that she will send someone to keep an eye on the Scorpion. I will show her the letter.
Okay. Very well. You show her the letter, and she says, this is deeply, deeply disturbing. This shows me that I cannot trust the crane, which is part of your group.
You cannot trust the crane. You cannot trust the Scorpion.
Which
Perhaps you cannot even trust the lion, whose prisoner we are carrying.
Which
We
is
do not
also
know
part
how
of
deep
your
the
group.
corruption is. I understand that. And I hope you understand that by showing this to you and by everything that you have seen of us so far, that we are attempting to do the right thing here. I would not make a copy of a letter if I was a part of the conspiracy meant to deliver it. I would not be trying to expose this conspiracy and showing this to you, who are renowned for quelling such thoughts and ideas, for protecting our empire, if I was a part of a group seeking to further this agenda. I show this to you in good faith, and I hope you take me on my word and on my honor that I show this to you because I believe you can help us. And because I know you will do the right thing. The honorable thing.
This is deeply, deeply concerning. What we're going to do is I will indeed make sure that the Scorpion are being watched at all times. I would make it so that you may not notice that they are being watched. But they are being watched.
Understood.
Also, I am still going to leave Lieutenant Daichi and his 2 samurai with you to go get your prisoner and take that prisoner to Mimikake Village.
Understood.
This will be under the pretense of delivering him to the Emperor if anybody asks. Daichi will have the letter, and he will act as if he is doing this in accordance with the Emperor's blessing.
I have to say, we believe. The reason I came to you with such urgency and could not wait for a better moment, a more appropriate moment to come and see you, is we believe they already know we were intending to turn this evidence over to you. We believe they were spying on us, despite our attempts at staying away. We saw evidence of, shall we say, subterfuge. They may already know what I am doing in this tent, or at the very least, they suspect it. And we will all have to be aware that they may know that we have turned them over.
This tent cannot be penetrated by the Scorpion.
Naren's curious about that, but she won't, question her about it. She seems to believe that, firmly.
Mm-hmm. She does seem to believe that firmly.
Okay, even by one in tune with the spirits and magic. The woman, we have encountered her before.
Is a Shugenja.
She's a Shugenja, and she uses strange magic that can make friends appear as foes, and
the Scorpion
one not look like themselves.
The Scorpion have magic, especially the Soshi, that make them change their appearance, turn invisible. We have been fighting the Scorpion for generations. We are accustomed to their tricks.
True.
Which is why she's like, it's so weird that you're not using any of them.
In fact, it's one of the reasons I wanted you to leave my tent as soon as you started talking about our deal.
I understand. Unfortunately, we were not present when our comrades disclosed sensitive information, and we were simply trying to understand what had happened
how
and
much we might
transpired,
have just put you at risk.
and what had transpired and how likely it was that the Scorpion knew what we were doing.
Your compatriots should simply tell you that the deal has been made and that you should discuss it later. It was quite rude to be discussing that kind of thing in front of me. I know I am simply a minor clan, and you can tell Crane-san and Scorpion-san that if you like. But this is still my camp.
My deepest apologies for the disrespect. You must understand the level of urgency we have been operating, traveling through the forest under siege, under chase, and not knowing who we can trust at any moment for weeks.
You do seem worn and haggard. Not trying to disparage you at all. I understand that you have been traveling for quite a while.
I understand, Usagi Taisho. No disrespect.
While we don't have baths here, and I apologize for that, I can feed you and give you rest in our tents.
A warm place to sleep would be more than we have had for a long time now.
We have plenty of fires. The Scorpions say they are leaving in the morning. I assume when you talk to them, you said something to them that made them think that they were going to leave in the morning?
Unfortunately, we have been playing a game with what limited resources we have at our disposal, trying to keep them from pursuing us through this forest. They have an entire contingent that we have been foiling at every opportunity, but it has worn us down. We were attempting to negotiate a deal that would lead them to leave us alone, leave us in peace. But if we have you as an ally, we don't need to treat with these people. We don't need to give any ground to them in order to continue our quest through this forest.
I see.
It is unpleasant business, but we did not know who we could trust or what allies we could have.
Daichi, please make arrangements. I will order our men to increase our security. Thank you for this information. I apologize. What was your name again?
Narin.
Narin-san.
Narin will bow, politely leave the room.
Daichi will come back. She will open the thing. Come on out. By the way, outside, the flap opens. You see them. You see the two walk out. You see Reina drafting a note. And Daichi will say, please, this way. And Daichi will come on over here.
Going up north. Come with us, Kuranagi.
I'll just drag Kuranagi. I did it. All right, Daichi says, all right.
Typing.
One moment. Stay right here. And he will go into the tent. He comes out with a few packs and says, please use this tent. You may use this firewood here as well. The camp, you may have free reign of the camp. But please do not enter anybody's tent without permission.
Of course. Thank you.
If you need me, I will be staying in the main tent. Ask for me specifically. And enjoy your stay here. I have other duties now I need to attend to. And he's
May
gonna.
the fortunes walk with you.
He's going to bow, and he's gonna come back and start talking to some samurai.
After Narin comes back, like she put her mask back on after the conversation, which probably would have been one of the few conversations she's ever taken the mask off for, and she has it back on, but her like expression looks very like
Dire.
very tired, like very like grave and very tired. She doesn't have dead eyes anymore.
What happened in there, Narin? I take it she took the news reasonably well.
Narin will very quietly say, "We can speak of what we discussed. No more. No one. Not another word. I took care of it, and they understand. We cannot bring it up again, or it may have been for nothing. Everything is normal. Everything is fine. We go about our business. There is no war in Ba Sing Se."
There's
Yes.
no war, but I say. All right.
Excellent. Then we should rest.
We're gonna stop that scene and go over to Ide Youngso. Ide Youngso, what's going on?
Cold, tired, miserable, and chasing a fugitive.
But no longer bleeding.
Which is good.
Improved state of being.
Yes, for that, I'm not likely to actually follow through with the threat to cut off a limb, but I am going to hurt him.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I'm going to basically same thing I did before when he ran away. Follow after at best pace I can maintain.
Okay. Awesome.
And I have to hope and pray the spirits are able to talk with Moshi Sora well enough when she gets back to this area to follow me.
You need to make a survival roll. TN3.
And I think Void actually works perfectly on this.
Sure.
Subsist.
You can use Void. Definitely.
I mean, if he's using his ancestors to try and do stuff, I can use mine.
Feel it out.
Yours might be more honorable too.
Grope around in the dark. Hope you touch a foot and hope it's still attached to Kitsu
Or someone pretty.
At least the night won't be so cold. As long as it's not a demon, which chances are in the forest it probably is.
This
Or
forest,
something.
One
anyway.
opportunity to get rid of the one
And
stuff I
there's
would
no fun.
otherwise take.
No, they can have feet.
Well, they probably
Maybe just
will.
not theirs.
Oh, good.
So 2 bonus successes even.
All right. You're tracking them down through the forest. It's taken a while. And you get to a part of the forest where you start feeling not just cold from the weather, but like since you're using Void, like cold from like
You feel
dark-
a cold spot.
like dark presences and things like that as you attune yourself to your to the Void ring. And
In other
you
words,
start
with me having always said that my use of the Void Ring is me listening to my ancestors, they're now whispering, bad shit,
yeah,
bad shit.
you start seeing ghost lights appear more frequently. You see shadows of like figures walking this way and that, and they start pacing you on different sides. Do you continue on?
Yes?
All right. You find as you go that spirits are getting a little denser as you find a cave. And you see spirits walking into the cave. It looks like this is where they're kind of congregating and wanting to line up. And the tracks to Kitsu Satoru seem to go straight to the cave. Everything in your body is screaming not to be here.
He's doing freaky blood magic in there.
Or he's
Probably
banging a horse.
not
Banging
blood
a spirit.
magic.
I know.
I mean,
Oh.
if y'all think it's the Sage of Blood, like, that's who he's running from?
No, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Well,
They were saying that he's summoning a poop.
Yeah,
demon.
I was saying he was summoning.
Oh, yeah, he's
using black magic in there.
got that poop demon on locked
Got
on.
that
to get
poop
that-
demon in him.
He's trying to get that demon out of him.
I did have sake earlier, so I'm feeling a bit more confident and no longer quite as annoyed with the world. I'm just annoyed with him. So, in full honesty, I probably spend a good 10-15 minutes psyching myself up before entering.
All right. Enter you do.
So, if the rest of the group
on,
eventually
you can
attacks
do
me
this.
here, they'll see pace marks in front of the cave.
Where is it? Boom. This is not the right one. Here we go.
What's Young So's favorite salsa? Pace picante sauce.
New York City.
All right. You walk into the cave and you hear ghostly voices. Lots of them all talking over each other.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to use the ritual I recently learned from Moshi Sora. Communing with spirits right now seems like a bad idea.
I think it's what Satoru is doing.
Could be. Or something similar.
I think he's doing a Kitsu version of things. Because he's a Kitsu.
He is an ancestor mage, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he was calling them up to heal me earlier, so... Well, shit. I'm going to be moving very slowly by ghost light, apparently, since I don't actually have a light source with me.
It is a cave.
That's why it's
But there is
by ghost
there is
light.
a large group of glowing spirits.
Hence the ghost light comment.
So, how are you
I'll
going?
move up to this pillar and carefully look around it.
Okay, you see a large amount of spirits all congregating around Kitsu Satoru. The spirits are begging him and pleading him to open the gates of Yomi for them.
And how is he acting in response to all of this?
He is telling them to go kick rocks. He's like, "Go away.
That's what I
Go away,
figured."
spirits."
Eat shit and die again.
But he's also kind of trapped.
Does it look like the spirits are going to do any actual harm, or are they merely harassing?
Let me just ask you. If you wanted something from somebody, how would you go about getting it?
Eventually it would, probably. Yeah.
Eventually could come
Especially
to harm.
how desperate these
Eventually.
spirits would be.
Death is like a final resort of desperation because that doesn't get you what you want.
Mm-mm.
So for right now, he's kind of trapped.
He's trapped for the moment, not in immediate, but precipitous danger.
Another spirit kind of wanders in past you. Like it's just a light, and as it gets closer to the others, becomes humanoid and joins the others in their chorus against him.
I will go ahead, come to about here, where I think Satoru would be able to see me,
Okay.
and
How
call
do you
out
move there?
around the pillar.
Okay.
Just
The
walk.
ghosts all turn. Like the ghosts here in the back start turning towards you. And they're like, an interloper. He's going to take him away. Kill him! And they all start initiative, really.
Oh God. Oh dear Lord.
Oh shit!
We're just going to add these three at first. And if these three fall, we'll...
I don't know if it's showing this for you, but I have Bashar,
I know, I'm removing the giants.
and Hida, and an insectoid Oni, and my Phoenix on that list.
Okay, they're gone now.
I don't
Wait,
know
did
why
all
Wheel
of the
Judgment
versions of you
characters were on there.
show up?
All right, difficulty 1.
I need a priest. I am a priest. No one gets the joke. I need an adult. I am an adult.
I know that one.
Yeah, Popo.
I think using opportunity on the initiative check aspect of Void is kind of stupid, because it's sense if there's an otherworldly being in the scene. I got about a half dozen of them in front of me already.
In this particular case.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, look, 11 otherworldly beings.
I'm going to go ahead and do that, and darn. I am going to use my 2 opportunity to ignore through my first turn my wounded condition.
Okay.
Let me see which one. Air and water. I will ignore on water.
And you have one more opportunity? Or did you use that to negate strife?
Well, it would just be cycling for the opportunity on it. So I'm taking the 1 strife, and I will be real quickly trying to figure out what the...
Do you have the...
and I'll go ahead and reduce the TN of my next water ring check, since that's the one I'm ignoring.
Too bad you didn't do that on... Did you do that on Void?
Yeah.
Yeah, too bad you didn't do that on Air. You could have used that ninjutsu that makes you disappear.
I can also do that on water.
Oh, interesting. But you can't do it on Void.
Nope. It's water or air, which is why I got screwed out of it by being damaged on both. But I had to use Void to have those opportunity to ignore the damage on one of those rings.
Yeah.
So I'm on initiative using Void, because that's where I was already, and very first thing will be switching to water for that round.
All right.
But I am last in this round.
This one will move on up. And take a swipe at you. Boop. Grasping Claws. Difficulty 2. You're not on air stands. Alright. 1, 2. Okay, that's no good for you.
Yeah, that was a really good roll.
That was a really good roll.
No strife.
And enough opportunity to be doing a crit. Which is the main thing NPCs use opportunity for in combat.
Yeah.
You're still muted, Matt.
Well, I was going to unmute. I just want to ask, so in combat, void rolls, you just ignore strife, right?
So
Yeah.
six points
Hmm?
of spirit damage.
Unless you have something that makes it so that you can't take strife, or you have an effect occur because strife was on the die.
You can't. You don't
Just
take that
gain
strife.
strife.
Yeah, you don't gain
You
the
don't-
strife. You still keep the strife dice, which still trigger action.
So what was that there, Corey, on amounts and such?
6 points of spirit damage.
Damn, that's actually a really hard hit.
Yeah.
That's 3 of it.
And you will lose a void point.
I don't have any.
Okay, well then you're fine.
I used them all last session.
I thought you were gonna say, "Well, then you die."
So I used them all surviving the blood sage.
And you have to make a critical strike. You have to make a resistance roll versus it's TN1, but you'll want more
This
than
is deadliness
3
5.
successes. It's deadliness 5.
Oh, jeez.
You are the worst at this.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep 4 of those opportunity. Take 1 strife. Actually, I don't take that 1 strife because I do get the bonus still. And I'm going to, for the round after my first action, ignore both my wounded conditions that I currently have.
Okay, Let's see here. Critical strike at 5. Right, your void is now severely wounded.
What happens if you get injured in every ring?
Nothing.
You can't
have
You're
use-
just
higher penalties.
hurt.
You
Yeah.
can't keep any strife at all.
No, that's not for. You're not bleeding. I don't think.
Well,
Yeah,
severely
if it's not
wounded's
a
got to do
serrated or a
something.
razor-edged weapon, then
Whoops, this is the
you're
wrong one.
fine.
Yeah, they're just claws. Yeah.
Razor claws.
All right, next one.
Range 0.
Yeah, they're range 0, so they're technically on top of them as they come in to attack.
Ah, the TN for everything involving those rings goes up.
Yeah,
Yes.
by
Yes,
2.
that's all that happens. 1, 2, 3.
Well, at least there's no opportunities this time.
All right, another 7 points of spiritual damage.
How many?
7.
4. Isn't it
I am maxed out
TN2 to
on
hit
fatigue.
him?
TN2.
But then it's 4 damage plus 2 bonus successes
That's-
should be 6.
That's 3 bonus successes.
Am I not scrolled all the way? Okay, I'm not scrolled all the way down.
The
I was
last-
looking at the wrong
The
roll.
first one was 6. The second one is 7.
It usually
Yeah.
just auto scrolls to the bottom when something new pops up.
I am maxed out on fatigue. I am not over, but I am at.
You are at.
Okay, last one.
Oh, wait. No. Did the scene change for me?
Yes, it did.
Could you hit that button and then I'll re-add the
Sure.
now 7 points of fatigue?
Yes, go ahead. The 7 plus the 6.
I think he's saying that he took 7 actual fatigue after his reductions.
Yeah. That is correct there, Crystal. So I'm actually 1 under my max. And I need to add 1 more strife because I did keep that from a roll since the scene change. There we go.
And apply the strife. Oh, and I forgot. Every time they succeed an attack, they get to do one of these things. Which nothing happens, because you have no void. Okay, the last
Yeah, just
attack.
Skip rolling that.
The last attack does another 7 points of damage. And does a critical strike. This time, your TN is going to be 3, I think. What's the additional TN for being severely wounded?
It is +3.
Okay, so it's a 4.
Yeah.
All right. You have,
And I'm 3 over on fatigue.
you have a fitness void check at TN4.
And this is not one where my auto success helps at all, other than because I need bonus success.
Yeah.
And I don't even get a full success.
So take a success. No, don't.
Yeah, you have a, I guess.
I don't have enough to succeed even 1. But I will take the 2 opportunity and see what I can do with those. And
You
I'll
just
go
do
ahead
it.
and take the 2 success just in case
You can reduce
it makes
strife.
it worse to be that much below.
You can reduce strife from the roll that you just made with that.
I don't take
Yeah.
any strife because there's only one, and
Oh,
I've
yeah,
already
you're on-
reduced
you're
one
on
through
He's
connection
on
with
void.
Kuranagi.
Yeah. Okay. You will take. It's not going to be. Let me see. What happens if they're already wounded? Something else happens. I think it just bumps up to a permanent injury, but I might be wrong.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay, here it
I'm
is.
looking
If the
for
character
it.
suffers lightly or severely wounded condition in the same ring, they remove it and suffer the effects of a severity 8 critical strike permanent injury
Permanent injury.
for that ring. As if they had failed the check to resist it. Okay, so you get a permanent injury. You are no longer severely wounded and void, to your benefit. And now have...
Lost memories.
Oh my god, yes,
Oh, that's what
lost
I have.
memories. You now have the permanent injury disadvantage, lost memories.
They knocked your brain loose a bit.
Okay. I'll just write that down for right now, and then I can add that to the sheet later when we do maintenance.
Sounds about right.
That sounds like the perfect place. So
So we're going to end yet again with a cliffhanger for me before I even get a turn this round. Let me at least take my turn and finish the combat round.
You're gonna forget that you were even here to get.
yeah, you wake up in the
Out
woods.
loud, Eric.
You wake up in the next thing you know, you wake up in the woods. You're on your feet. You have no idea what occurred in the last day. You don't know where you are, except you're in shit in the
Considering
forest.
I'm 3 beyond on my fatigue, I probably shouldn't be on my feet.
Incapacitated means you can still move. Everybody gets
Yeah.
this wrong. Incapacitate, unconscious means you can't move. Incapacitated means you just can't roll dice.
Well, okay.
So you come to your senses in the middle of the woods. You don't know where you are. You thought you were supposed to be in the Falcon camp with your friends, but now you're all alone in the middle of the woods.
And there was something about fireworks.
And you hear wolves. It's cold and there are wolves.
Well, I guess I'll take after the fine tradition of the horses of the Unicorn Clan and climb a tree to spend the night.
Yeah, you have no idea where your horse is.
And I haven't had a drink in weeks, so that can't be the reason for this.
For the blackout, yeah.
Because I forgot I had the drink.
You don't know what's going on. You get yourself up in a tree, and you see smoke in the distance. Not just a little, like a campfire, like a big billowing thing of smoke.
It's a forest fire. Maybe.
Also, quick aside, Corey, we decided to bring some of our horses to the hare camp, right?
You brought your horses to the care camp,
All of
yes.
ours.
Yeah, Kuranagi's riding mine, which is why I have no idea and I don't have a horse right now. Which may be explaining all my bad luck since I'm a unicorn without a horse.
So that's what you notice. You see, after you climb the tree, you see this giant billowing pillar of smoke.
I'm very sure we would not have left you without a horse, and Kuranagi would just ride with someone else.
Yeah, I had to ride with somebody else's
Yeah.
horse. You have your
Your
horse.
horse, horse was there from what I understood.
I don't know why we would leave you without a horse.
Anyways, that's what you see. Everything else looks like just lots of woods going on forever. There's some mountains over there. In the very, very far distance, you see a giant red tree. You don't like that place. You remember it.
Well, like I said, at this point, you said it's wolves howling, it's cold, it's dark, I'm tired.
I don't know what Lost Memories does exactly. Maybe I might have like gaps.
There
in
is a
your
period of
memory.
your life you cannot remember it all. The less important this period is to your identity, the longer it should be. For example, a single day lost might be sufficient if the character committed a terrible act during that time and struggles to understand how or why, whereas a full decade of lost memories might be insufficient if they are not especially foundational to who the character is. The player and GM should work together to determine the amount and importance of memories lost. Skills and abilities acquired during the lost time are largely retained, even if the character does not remember the act of developing them.
So here's what we're going to do. The last 24 hours, yes, but that's not important to like the core of your character.
Mm-hmm. So we'll have to talk over...
During downtime, we'll pick like a thing that your character has no more memory of. Right?
Mm-hmm.
From your past or even maybe from the game. If we want to retcon that you don't remember any of your journey in Shinneman, we can do that.
No, that part I'm fine with. I think we'll have to talk between sessions.
I think we will. But yeah, the last 24 hours is also gone. Okay, so there you are. You see a pillar of smoke. You see the rest of the woods, the mountains, the giant tree of blood, way in the distance.
And I'm tired, and there's wolves howling.
Where are you headed?
Up a tree to rest for a while.
All right, you can sleep in that tree.
Because I have no idea why I'm out here. And as far as I'm aware, Kitsuo Satoru is safely with my friends.
Probably. All right, I guess we'll wrap it up there then, guys. 2 experience points for everybody. Ide Youngso, lose glory equal to your glory rank again.
You don't remember, so it's fine.
In fact, that's probably
How
why
glorious
I've lost
was
that.
I?
I have no stories to tell.
My God, like James, I screamed at you. This is dangerous. Don't go there.
What were you gonna
And
do?
yet my duty to my
Confront him
friends
again?
and
Threaten
the
to cut
rest,
off his neck again?
Huh?
my
What were you
duty
gonna-
drove me in.
It did. Sure, I'll give you honor. Give yourself 3 points of honor.
What were you gonna do if you walked by revealing yourself and walking into the cave, threatening to cut off his leg again?
Snip his-
No, I was going to lean against the pillar and hope the spirits continued to completely ignore me and just go, looks like you're in a bit of a problem there.
Oh, so you're gonna be an asshole.
Yeah.
Not you.
That
that
totally
helped me
turned
get
out to be.
here.
Oh my God, evil like ghost spirits, dude.
And now Kitsu Satoru is out there performing "I'll Put a Spell on You," and now you're gone.
You know, being an asshole got Kitsu Satoru to fuck off in the first place, and you decided, you know what I'm gonna do? Instead of hiding and following him, I'm gonna be an asshole again.
All right.
I'm just here to gloat.
Just
You
gloat.
forgot about the baby. You forgot
Now-
that you left the baby.
He
Now,
doesn't
the
know
mechanical
about the
part
baby.
Of lost memories is when you make a check for which you must recall information you learned during the period of lost memories. Example: a culture void check to intuit how to behave in a particular situation similar or related to one you encountered during that time. Or a meditation void to try and understand your own past decisions. You must choose to re-roll 2 dice containing either form of success. After resolving the check, though, if you fail, you do gain a void point.
Yes.
Typical for disadvantages.
Which,
So
speaking of, I do gain since I did not use the success. Thank you.
anybody else think that they should gain or lose any honor during this, or
To
glory?
be fair, Kuranagi endorsed the process of breaking the agreement and was part of the forging of the agreement.
Sure. You can lose Do you think it's just as like just as bad? Like if Kuronagi was there, he would have given that paper over to you, right
Yeah.
there.
I mean, Kuronagi literally
it's-
made
it's
the deal. Naurin was there, but Kuronagi
Yeah.
made the deal.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
And she
would've
said, "I
given it
think we
over.
need to do
two
this."
two ranks of honor, or equal to your honor rank times 2, loss of honor.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Well,
Um,
did we already discuss that for Daisuke brokering the deal in the previous game, or?
Yeah,
not
we got that done.
Okay.
Sacrifices for righteousness or duty for Naurin? I don't know.
You do definitely feel like you're doing the right thing. Whether that bears out or not, still yet to be seen. But that's what you do. I will give you 3 points of honor. For that, yeah, definitely.
Could I get a quick scene change button press?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, also, yeah, you're way wounded and have no idea why. You're just covered in wounds.
And my armor is brittle. What the hell?
Yeah, you had to have gotten drunk.
I would like to tell everybody that in order to undo the clusterfucking that was last week, I have lost 27 honor in one session.
All right, I'm going to end the stream, guys.
Here we are.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting, especially Wargiz. I know he's been chatting on the thing. Kuronagi is playing the long game.
Unofficial thumbs badge from me of top contributor.
Kuronagi is playing the long game. Keep your honor at 50 and always know if their honor is greater or less than half.
That's the true.
Except that I can no longer do that. I'm now at 37, so.
Yeah, you gotta gain a little bit more back
Gotta
up
do some
again.
effort.
All right.
Be nice to some children or something.
Ugh. You gonna take care of the
From
baby now?
Crystal, Sasha, Matt, James, Tarek, my name is Corey. Go roll some dice.